and welcome back to another episode of Ian as a Weirdo. Today, I'm going to be working on a top for a trans rights march that I'm hoping that I can go to tomorrow. Found out about it today, last minute project, so I was like, what can I whip up that would be seasonally appropriate because it's quite warm here in LA. Also, this is my new apartment. This is just a weird view of it. This section of my bed, Some books that I rent from the library. You can see that the part of the fireplace that I had no business in designing. So if it looks like shit, it's not my fault. It's got this cool charm to it, but it's also ugly at the same time, which I appreciate, but also I'm like, eh. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the Big Twist living yarn in the Trans Pride colorway, and I have this shirt, and I got it in donations um, from my place that I was just living, and I really wanted to do something with it anyways because it was just kind of a cool shirt, kind of. I don't know. It wasn't my style, but I wanted to see if I could try something with it and do something. So what I did, and it was way too big for me. So I think it was a 4X or a 5X, which is definitely not my size. So what I did is I cut straight up the sides, straightish up the sides, and I saw this technique for crocheting onto existing for sewing onto uh, fabric, and it was someone poked a hole with a needle and like threaded kind of like through the edge like this with the yarn to give a base to crochet off of. Um, now, this is a cotton shirt, so it's going to fray, especially if I wash it and things like that. So it's gonna take some gentle care. I might have to use a ridiculous amount of um, like the non-fray stuff to keep the shirt from just disintegrating. But I'm gonna give it a go. So this shirt, so I don't know if you can see, it's just like guys at a pool. It's like it's nothing sexual or there's nothing like weird or crazy. It's just literally guys at a pool. Um, but their pecs are defined in such a way that it could look like top surgery. Um, and that's what I put together. So what I did is I cut up the sides, and what I'm doing is I'm doing a mesh up the side so that it'll be a tank. And then also, so this had pretty severe staining, which I wish I could have spent more time working on, honestly. But this is what happens when you give a guy like 3 seconds notice. So what I did was I cut the collar off, and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with that later, but it's not my highest priority. Getting the sides done takes precedence. So I'm taking a 5 millimeter hook, and I'm just kind of making shit up as I go. Uh, and you're welcome to join me and hang out. Finally, got my Wi-Fi working clearly. As you are here with me, so we can see that it is working. And that's exciting because I moved in on Monday. So I've been trying to get that handled. There's still some other stuff that hasn't quite been squared away so easily, but I'll take what I can get. So I don't know if going in and doing the like weaving in the yarn is absolutely necessary. I've done projects where I used a perforated rotary cutter, perforated wheel on my rotary cutter, and just like cut into like flannel fabric to do like edging on like a, a piece of flannel that you could use as a throw blanket. And so you don't really need to weave in anything. Um, but it's definitely a nice option, and it's providing more structural support to the overall piece, which, especially for a thin cotton shirt, is helpful. So I will be wearing my binder tomorrow. Um, so you will still see black underneath, um, but that's okay. Um, I kind of went in knowing that if I did something on the sides, you'd probably be able to see something, or see my. Feels weird to say like undergarments in a way that's like, it doesn't have to be like a. I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know if what I'm trying to say makes any sense. So instead, I will try to say something different. Also, I keep flipping on the inside of the project, and I want to make sure that when I come in to do my slip stitch into the fabric, that I'm on the outside, just to be consistent and have it look a little bit more consistent. Nobody cares about these details but me, probably, but that's okay. I am hoping to go live with Crystal Hook That Yarn this evening for Freestyle Friday, which hopefully I'll be done with this by then. um, and if we can't do it this week, then we'll try to do it next week. But also, I am eating from a huge bag of hot tamales. I love cinnamon. I might love cinnamon more than any other human on this planet. And so I could eat any cinnamon candy, cinnamon tea, cinnamon anything all day long, forever and ever. I also have a cat. As of Wednesday, I am the proud companion of a cat named Scotty. He is a supreme scaredy cat. Um, so at one point, we might be able to, when I say convince him, I do mean I literally will have to go into his little hidey space right now, which is under the sheets. She cuddled with me last night, which was it felt really sweet. I know he's really scared. He still hasn't eaten anything, and I don't know. I've never had an animal that was not food motivated. So this is a very weird, uncomfortable feeling. But I'm just trying to, like, other people are like, this is normal for animals with high anxiety. Um, Scotty comes from a home where for the past 2 years, um, his I'm not going to be mean to these people at all, but they had another cat. The other cat was bullying Scotty. Scotty was not his former name. Scotty's a name I named him um, because he's a Scottish fold. He's an all black Scottish fold. I've always wanted an all black cat. Never had one. And I thought when I had an all black cat, I would name it Binks, but in the tradition of having Star Trek names, I named it Scotty. And then when I pick him up, I can be like, "Beam me up, Scotty." I don't know. Maybe that's stupid. Probably. But he's been bullied by another cat for years now. So he's very skittish, and he just has a lot of anxiety and has been doing a lot of hiding. He is doing better than a lot of people who have had really nervous cats expected him to be at this point. So I'm going to take that as a win. However, obviously, I just want what's best for him. So he's very sweet. He doesn't like lose his shit like I would, like other animals I've had would. He just is very he's still in hide mode. He's not in feeling confident in this space mode yet. And I want him to feel that way as soon as possible, but also, comfortably push his boundaries and things like that. I feel like that sounds like it's coming from my bathroom. It's like a ticking sound. Don't know. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. So I tried to space the how I pierced the fabric. I tried to space it. I didn't measure. I just kind of went using my eyes. But I tried to space it approximately the height of a double crochet for me because I knew that's what I was planning on doing. And I figured I could work my way around anything else um, surrounding it. But I figured that using my double crochet height as my kind of metric was what um, I wanted to do, given that this is how I wanted it to look. I think I might, even though the people on the shirt, it's so light. That's the thing. Even though the people on the shirt have what looks like could be top surgery scars, I think I'm gonna take some embroidery floss and maybe just like go in with like a really prominent color. I'm not sure what yet. Um, but a color that really stands out. So it would be like, this is obviously like a trans shirt, but we'll see. I'm just happy that I was able to stream at all thus far today. Also, I got a, um, I went to IKEA and I got a lamp that one of those lamps that can like also hold your phone and like so you can see straight down. So I can do tutorials, crochet tutorials like I've done before. The table I have right now, I got like a cheap version of what I used to have, and th- I've I remember running into a similar problem, although it wasn't that bad in the other situation because I had a little bit more room to finagle things, whereas this I don't really. So with this, I'll be able to show what I'm working on, like with my hands, and uh, I will. And I'll be able to show what my face looks like if anybody cared. I don't know. I don't know what people want or like anymore. but I'm thinking I should be able to get this done pretty fast. So I just wanted to pop on here and show my progress so far. Um, the neckline, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with it because I'm wearing my binder. So my binder, I'm not wearing it right now, but my binder has a pretty high neckline and it has it for an abundance of reasons. They're very functional neckline because once you start compressing here, you start moving things up. So you can, if the neckline goes too low, you can experience like things like cleavage and stuff like that. So it's still a high neckline, so I wanna make sure that there's coverage there, but I also want it to be, like, aesthetically pleasing. I've seen, uh, I wanna find those tutorials where, people do it's like there'll be multiple places in a project and they'll use their hook and they'll pull through like multiple spots so that it kind of is like a fan that has like this thing that they pull it all into. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I need to find it. I need to find that video because I want if I had that and I had kind of like that like fanned out um, look to it, that would look really nice. Also, the neck has the most staining, so if the yarn gets white there, it's gonna be extra noticeable that there's staining. But whatever. Hopefully, I'll be on later, and we'll be able to do some freestyle Friday. If not, maybe I'll be on later anyways. Okay. Well, I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.